Greetings and salutations. Tammy here to review government influencers, presenting a timeline of important events that led us to where we are now here in the United States. In 1215, the Magna Carta was created to address rule of law, limited government, due process, and no taxation without representation. Rule of law means no one is above the law, including political authority. Limited government means that an authority for government can only do what is permitted in a constitution, which is a plan of government. Due process argues that all people accused of a crime are entitled to a jury trial, and no taxation without representation means that if people are going to have to pay a tax, they should have a say in paying that tax. The Mayflower Compact was created in 1620. Pilgrims arrived, there was no government, one was needed, so the Mayflower Compact was created, and the main point of the Mayflower Compact is self-government, which is government for the people, by the people. This is definitely an influence on our current government. The best way we can be in charge of what our government does and doesn't do is to vote. In 1689, the English Bill of Rights was created. Our U.S. Bill of Rights was modeled or influenced by the English Bill of Rights. Regarding the First Amendment, and with this particular document, it includes speech, petition, and assembly. Press and religion were not included in the English Bill of Rights. The Second Amendment, right to bear arms. The Third Amendment, no quartering of soldiers during a time of peace. And the Eighth Amendment, no cruel or unusual punishment or excessive bail. In 1776, that was a big year. We saw the publication of Common Sense and the ratification of the Declaration of Independence. Common Sense was written by Thomas Paine and argued that it made absolutely no sense for the colonists to be ruled by someone all the way over in England. It is really hard to exert government authority from so far away. Thomas Paine was influenced by John Locke, an Enlightenment thinker. John Locke also influenced Thomas Jefferson in the writing of Declaration of Independence. We see his thumbprint in the Declaration of Independence regarding natural rights, social contract, consent of the governed. Natural rights, according to John Locke, was life, liberty, and property. According to Thomas Jefferson, the natural rights were life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. Social contract is an agreement between people and government. People agree to give up certain freedoms in return receive protection, and in certain circumstances also to receive services. Consent of the governed is definitely evident in the Declaration of Independence. When government becomes oppressive, people have the right to abolish. Government governs with our consent. 1777, the Articles of Confederation was our first plan of government in the United States. It was a huge failure, mainly because government was not able to enforce laws or collect taxes. Why do we learn about the Articles of Confederation? So that we know why the U.S. Constitution was created the way that it was. The compromise between the Federalist and the Anti-Federalist was the inclusion of a U.S. Bill of Rights to protect both individuals and state governments from tyranny. In 1787, the U.S. Constitution was influenced by everything that I've already discussed, pretty much. The Magna Carta, the Mayflower Compact, the English Bill of Rights, John Locke, but mostly influenced by Montesquieu. Montesquieu influenced the founding fathers in regards to setting up a government into parts: legislative, executive, and judicial branches. These parts are why we have a system of checks and balances where each branch of government can not only check the other branch but restrict power when necessary. Checks and balances. This was a very brief timeline of how our government was created. I hope you enjoyed. And that is all, folks. Toodles!